more dramatically than what happened to Sri Lanka last year when they went through a very deep economic crisis. And we have actually stepped forward, in a way in which we ourselves have never done before. But what we have done for Sri Lanka is bigger than what the IMF has done for Sri Lanka. And it started on his first day as Prime Minister, when he invited leaders of all our neighboring countries to participate in his Shapath Graham. And since then, we have been, dealing with the neighborhood in a very different way. Think of it like your own neighborhood where you live. If you are the biggest in your neighborhood, it's in our interest that the other neighbors are share in our prosperity, share in our happiness, are linked to us, that they do not pull necessarily in a different direction. And that will only happen if we take a very generous, a very, I would say, non-reciprocal way of engaging them. And that thinking, which the Prime Minister has personally driven, in the last 8 to 9 years, it has actually completely changed how South Asia is linked to each other. Many of our neighbors, like Bangladesh or Nepal, Bhutan, was always close to us. They are today linked with us through roads, through rail, through waterways. We have electricity, grid connections, there are fuel supplies. And what, in many ways, this has done is that they benefit from the scale and the economy of it. That if today India is able to refine fuel and give you the finished product at a lower price, when you are linked to India, that benefit also comes to a neighbor. So the perception today, the linkages and the perception today of India in the neighborhood has changed, and nothing illustrated that more dramatically than what happened to Sri Lanka last year when they went through a very deep economic crisis. And we have actually stepped forward, in a way in which we ourselves have never done before. But what we have done for Sri Lanka is bigger than what the IMF has done for Sri Lanka. Now, when we think of a neighborhood, we largely say, neighborhood is Sri Lanka, Nepal, maybe Pakistan, of course, Myanmar. That's like the limit of what we do. But that wasn't always the case. I mean, if you look before 1947, if you had asked my grandfather what he thought of neighborhood, my grandfather would have said Singapore. He would have said Gulf, Aden. I don't know whether he would have gone as far as Egypt. He would have certainly said East Africa. Actually, a bigger India, a more influential India, a more ambitious India. We are trying to expand what should be our neighborhood.